Yes. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and Donna Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one of the best. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGProject.io with the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga is the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement, as normal, as usual. Red squirrels in the house, oi oi pops, oi oi red squirrels, LOL. The amazing Wilhelm image and sexy Sharons were included in the video. Yeah, that is another video made by Zephyr Trips, updated from the rap from Corey Investor. Shout out to Corey Investor for that amazing rap about AG Project, and it's pretty cool how he was able to weave some of the tokenomics and alpha into that. It's definitely a skill. Usually I'm live on X today. I've let my premium subscription of X lapse, and so StreamYard says they can't stream over there. So until I send Elon a little bit of cash, just here on YouTube, but that's okay because I'll just throw the link over there. I'll throw the link obviously in our Telegram. Speaking of Telegram, I reached out to our devs. We're working on finessing the image of Hex T Armstrong for the J6 fuel cells, which have all been minted. And so look for that to be added. Right now, when you go look at your fuel cells, you will see the image of the J1. So the default, they all show up as J1 in the beginning and the J1 animation. And then when we add and update the metadata, that's when you see the other cool pictures. And this one's going to take a little bit of work. But I appreciate Hex T Armstrong's participation. I truly appreciate him getting more eyeballs and reaching out to other people in the Pulse Chain community and raising awareness and getting us outside of our own tiny little echo chamber, our own little fight club. You guys are great. I love you guys. I can't wait for this little group of ours to grow and grow and grow in this next bull run. So that's what's going on there. Also, the markets have been doing a little pump and a little dump and a little pump and a little dump. It's like, will they, won't they, on a rom-com or on a sitcom where you're like, I think we're going up. No, we're not going up. Oh, we're going up. No, we're not going up. This market is bipolar currently. I do think that we're at the bottom of the run just based on the fact that Bitcoin's been getting more strength, and we should know what the top of Bitcoin is in the next few months, I believe. And then we can find out what the top of Ethereum is. And then we can find out what the top of Hex, Pulse Chain, and Dark is going to be. And don't wait until that moment to take profits. Don't wait for that moment to sell. Remember, A really good rule of thumb, and I've heard other people mention this, is every time that your crypto doubles, sell 10% or 20%, depending on how steep it goes up. If it's just a straight moonshot straight up, you might want to consider taking 20%, but at least take 10% profit. And that way you've still got 90% bag for waiting for it to double, again. And you just never run out of coins doing 10%. And you never run out of dry powder doing 50%. So like if you truly believe in a project, or even 10%, every time that the price drops in half, every time a token that you believe in falls 50%, take 10% of your powder, which you should have from taking profits earlier, and buy back in. Just then you're always increasing your powder and you're always increasing your bags. In theory. Now, granted, a lot of people's emotions get a hold of them, and then they buy on green and they sell on red, and that's no bueno. Hey, what's up? Elizabeth Mack is in the house. Good morning. Good to see you, Elizabeth Mack. I was just admiring Elizabeth's artwork from Journey 4. So Journey 4 NFT is Elizabeth's artwork, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you guys have the J4s, you'll know what I'm talking about. In fact, here, I'm actually going to show you guys the J4 right here. Here's Elizabeth's beautiful artwork that is attached to all of the let's see here. Yeah, all of the J4 NFTs right here have Elizabeth's really cool dark matter. One right here, she knocked it out of the park, and one J4. And so everyone forever, you'll see J4 right here. J6 is a little different. We're going to take this image right here. We're going to take this image right here, and we're going to turn this image into an NFT. There's a lot to work with here. I think we'll probably get rid of the garage and the shoulders, and we will probably add some effects. And of course, we'll add the logo and stuff so that it's uniform with the others. But this is the winner of J6. I would consider it more of a meme than something that matches the book. But hey, Hexy Armstrong has been very vocal and very passionate in a bunch of other communities in Pulse Chain, and now he's immortalized forever on the blockchain. So check that out. Also, if you go to communities and you go to the collective, let's say right here, I'm going to hit post and say kicking off J7 art contest. And then I'm going to say, post your entries here. Final four. Will make it into the poll for winner. Boom, there you go. That's posted right there in the collective. Check that out. Another thing we can post in the collective is, this is fun, post, if you missed out on the J6 mint, you can send 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens. And then I'll do dash this, and then let's pull up Pink Miss Well here. That's Fitzgerald Company. Let's look up Pink Miss Well. continue. Right here. Here's the Pink Miss Well token. We'll copy this address. And we'll add it to our tweet. Boom. To the Pink Mist Whale. Whale's address. Let's see, that one's easy to find because you just come here to dark and you look for the badass with 17,000 tokens. In fact, actually, this might have updated. Let's see, did this update after the last minting? Because I believe we have more than 40. Yeah, it did update. It did update. So 15. He's got 15,000 right now in there. But if you send, to the Pink Miss Whale's address, you will receive $10J6 fuel cells and one dark. One dark. It's like that. Boom. And then I'm going to go, this offer is good until, oh wait, I'm going to lose my ability to post these long things too as well. Man, I got to get that premium back in. Okay, this offer is good until J7 minting starts. Boom. All right, I can't end this with punctuation because I'm out of characters. But yeah, if you missed out on that, I'm going to copy this so we can put it in our Telegram as well. Copy that. Post that. Go to our Telegram. Where's our good old TG? Here we go. Boom. Paste. We'll post this in Telegram, and then we'll pin it so people can see it. And people may not realize why they might want to get some of these. Because think about it. I mean, people were minting J6s for as little as $5. Dark was all the way down to $5, and you could just mint one for $5. And now, if you want to get some Pink Miss Whale, let's check the Pink Miss Whale price today. Pink Miss Whale is up to $122 for $1 million. And so you're like, well, wait, I could have minted this for $5. Yes, you definitely could have minted this for $5. But now it's $12 plus slippage. It is $12. Do you know why it's $12? It went from $5 to $12 because it is limited. It's scarce. You cannot make any more of these. In fact, let's go to our favorite website in the entire world. Our favorite website in the entire world is agproject.io. And if you go here and you click view my fuel cells, or really view everybody's fuel cells, this gives you stats on all of that. Look at this down here, this magenta. Journey 6 is this magenta piece of pie. There's 56,620 minted. However, close to 40,000 of those belong to the evil address. And about 8,000 of those belong to the mystery box. So if you take 48 out of 56,620, you're left with about 8,000 tokens right there. That's kind of silly in and of itself. This one is 17%. It's the second. No, these are smaller. So it goes Journey 5 is the smallest, followed by Journey 1, which has 15%. And then Journey 3 is 16%. And Journey 6 is at 22%. But like I said, if you take the 39,000 roughly, I mean, obviously the ones that it wins the lottery in would need to be scraped before they can be vaporized. But if you nuked basically 40,000 out of this group, no, sorry, that's Journey 4. Journey 6. if you nuked about 40 grand out of these, give or take, you'd have about 17,000. We'll call it 17. Yeah, 17,000 in here, which would be much lower than Journey 5, which is the smallest right now. So this will be possibly, if the collective continues their good work and doing the Lord's work and taking out that evil address, then Journey 6 could very easily end up being the smallest of all. Now, why would that matter? Well, because remember, you want to have the skinniest piece of pie. You want to have a bunch of NFTs in the skinniest piece of pie, because then you get more of the yield from the treasury competing. You're competing with fewer NFTs for that yield that's given to that journey. So, for instance, it looks like after Journey 6 is done, all of the participants right now are set to receive 0.13 or 13% of a dark. That's pretty amazing. That's half of what Journey 4 has received in 2 payments right there. And it's got a lower yield because it's newer. The older NFTs get more of the treasury than the newer ones as we go forward. But there's another game mechanic, is you're not only competing to get older NFTs, you're also competing within your class of NFTs. So, I mean, a ton of people minted on Journey 4. So Journey 4, you're fighting with more people for that yield, if that makes sense. And so Journey 6 will probably be incredibly an incredibly good yield going forward, is what I'm thinking, if the collective does its thing. Now, here's the other thing. Evil Address owns 7/8 of this pie, 7/8 of these NFTs. A lot of them, basically. And so we haven't seen this done before, but if you go to the Evil Address, you could mint all the NFTs. So people minted the 39,500 NFTs within the first couple of days of minting. And I think that we're probably going to see that trend continue, because people love filling the treasury and lottery with dark. But this one up here, this scrape button, the Evil Address might flip this on before anyone else can in another journey. So, like, for instance, the Evil Address would not have flipped that scrape button on in Journey 4, because in Journey 4 there were more user mints than Evil Address mints. Does that make sense? So it was basically wouldn't have won more the lion's share of the lotteries, but now that it can win the lion's share of the lotteries, and even the collective might jump in and flip on that switch. If they do that, then you'll have quite a few of the dark from the jackpot box get rolled over, into the next jackpot. The next jackpot is taking place over the next 26 days. 26 days. So you got 9 days till the first lottery payout. 900 people roughly are going to 900 NFTs are going to win this jackpot, the 1,132, most of them being the Evil Address. And then 900 will win this jackpot of $3,000. 900 will win this jackpot of almost $7,000. If that switch gets flipped at any time in the next 26 days, that changes things dramatically. That means that one of these bonus, this evil bonus column right here, could get bigger than the entire jackpot of 11,000. In fact, I would probably say it would at least double, be twice the size of this jackpot. So it would basically triple, I think at least triple the jackpot somewhere in here. And if I were to guess where the Evil Address would pull the trigger, it would be in between drawing 2 and drawing 3. Because if it pulls it right now, then people could, and it leaves the scrape button on, people would be able to continue to scrape from the Evil Address in 2 and 3. If he just flips it on for the third one and then flips it off, then he could be sitting on the majority of it. No, like I said, he is kind of leaving himself a little bit vulnerable because anybody who minted those, let's call them 8,000 user mints. You have about 8,000 user mints outside the mystery box. Anyone that minted these 8,000 has a great chance of winning an insane lottery. I mean, totally insane. I don't even know. I should probably ask my devs. I don't even know how many dark tokens the evil address is sitting on from lottery winnings. In fact, right now, this kind of gives you an idea. Some of these dark in the jackpot box, so there's 67,000, almost 68,000 dark in the jackpot box. 11,000 of these are going to be given out or drawn to the mentors of J6. That leaves somewhere around 56,000. Now, that doesn't mean that 56,000 are going to be scraped and rolled, because a lot of these 56,000 are people that won the very first lottery in the very first journey from airdrops. So there's a bunch of people there's thousands of NFTs that had a chance to win the jackpot and the drawings in Journey 1. So some of those are in here, and they may be stuck here forever. These we know for sure that these have not been scraped, because once they're scraped, they leave the jackpot box and they go into the respective addresses, right? But let's say out of 56,000, 40,000 belong to the evil address. I don't even want to do the math on that. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I don't want to say the wrong. I don't want to overpromise, underdeliver. But guys, I want to move this to another screen so I can send a message to my devs and ask them. I'm going to ask them if they can tell how many dark are in the evil addresses lotto winnings from, and we scraped, I believe the last scrape was turned on Journey 3. So Journey 4 and 5 are what we would be rolling for sure. Journey 4 and 5, yeah. From Journey 4 and 5. All right. Now, whenever he checks this and gets up or whatever, we'll find out what that number is. So I don't want to do moon math if I got the wrong number, but I'm thinking it's going to be absolutely ridiculous, because remember, 900 people are going to win basically each one of these drawings right here, because you've got 56,620 mints, right? Yeah. And each one of those NFTs has a 4.8% chance of winning one of the lotteries. So 1 in 20, 121. It's like 1 in 20 and a half chance of winning. So that gives us 2,717 winners. And we are going to divide that by 3, and that equals 905.9. Now, you can't have 0.9 of a winner, so it's going to be rounded up to 6. So there's 906 winners in each of these, right? And we know that if you take 906 winners and you divide the biggest payout right here, the 6,794, that's going to give you 7.5 dark per winner. Now, that's not bad. You use 1 dark to mint the NFT, and one of those NFTs gets 7.5 back. That's great. You got an instant return, or ROI or APY, not ROI. You got an APY in dark. You got a bunch of dark back. And a lot of people get very, very excited about the lottery aspect of this ecosystem, not counting the treasury and the game of chicken and the vault, like none of that stuff. That's the cake. This is the icing, and some people get addicted to the icing, right? Let me check my comments real quick. How to be Hext's face? It's meant to be LOL. Good morning. Yo, what's up? Believe in yourself. Hexy Bob is in the house. Hey, Hexy Bob. Bang bang. Pulse gang. What's up, Frank White? Good. I haven't seen Frank White in a while. It's good to see you, man. And you don't have a wrench. We gotta fix that. Frank, buddy. Frank. Let's give this kid a wrench right here. Add as a moderator. Heck yes. Shiny new wrench for Frank. Okay, good to see you, buddy. Good to wrench you. Use that wrench with only for good. Good morning. CryptoCat says good morning. CryptoCat's actually the first person to enter the J7 lottery. And Steve Stash, top of the morning, TL. Top of the morning, Steve Stash. Good to see you. We need to do lunch soon. A lot of crazy stuff has happened in the project and my life since we've hung out and stuck stickers secretly in restaurants. But like I was saying, good to see you, I guess, here. I just want to know if you guys were piping in about the lottery and the scrape and stuff. I didn't want to miss that if that's part of the conversation. So we'll go back to my favorite web. And let's not forget, I think I'm going to do some degenning some night. Look at this. We have 85 tickets sold out of 100 right now. 85 tickets. So this is Russian roulette. This is like Russian roulette and a disco ball together. Each one of these slots, you connect your wallet, you play with Pulse, and each one of these numbers has a 1 in 100 chance of walking away with crazy amounts of dark. Like the last person walked with almost 6.5 dark. So this is a lot of fun, and the noise effects and buttons on it are a lot of fun. I think we're gonna have to play some Techno one night on Twitter and play this game and just be picking people off. Beautiful game. And the fees, there's a little fee of like 10 cents, 20 cents. That goes to the collective to help eliminate the evil address. So anyways, yeah. So if you got 900 people winning this, that's it. Now, if that scrape gets turned on and those evil address dark matters end up in one of these drawings, I'm thinking the third one. I mean, just imagine if instead of 6,700 dark, I mean, just imagine 16,000 dark divided by 900. Let's just say 10,000's added to this, because I think that's safe, and I think that's being very conservative. Let's say that 16,794 are in there, and let's divide that by the 900, and I've spaced it. Was it 906, guys? 903? 900 and... Let me know in chat if you guys remember how many winners. I rounded up. Yeah, 900, and we'll just put 900 for now. I mean, obviously that's a couple more, but if 10,000 made their way into this drawing right here, then each person that won that lottery would be paid 18.66 dark. I don't know if you guys were here earlier when I told you had a 1 in 20.5 chance of winning. That doesn't mean that if you mint 20 or buy 20 or get 20 through with the pink as well, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed a winner. Steve Stash is the most unlucky man in America. He's minted like 50, 60 at a time, and none of his lottery tickets came up winners. Like he's broken the odds. He's broken the matrix in this. But I'm telling you guys, you could very easily actually get more dark back than you put in J6 in the lottery alone, not counting the treasury if stuff goes crazy. Whew. Don't tell anybody, guys. This is our little secret. Keep it amongst yourselves, please. Which way is the market going? Like I said, I asked this question about an hour ago when I started this stream. A half an hour ago when I started this stream. where's the market going? Well, we're testing this range. See these teeth? Look at these teeth. These teeth you get. Bitcoin does a really good job of just doing rows of teeth. Some people call them Bart Simpson heads. This kind of looks like Bart Simpson right there. But to me, they just look like ogre teeth, like really sharp, creepy, jagged teeth, but teeth in a row nonetheless. And so who knows if we'll get this row of teeth and it'll drop back down here to this row of teeth. Who knows if we'll pop up and do a whole new molar up here, do some more teeth up here. Bitcoin is still deciding how high it's going to go this time. Ethereum, let's refresh this, make sure we have a fresh price on Ethereum. Ethereum's still sitting 36. It was as high as 3780, 3800 for a bit. So it's right around the SAC price for Pulse Chain. So the SAC address, they got a ridiculous amount of Hex and Pulse that was, turned into Ethereum was put in right around here. So again, it took some some hints from Bitcoin and started pumping out of this. I mean, think about this, dude. Whoever bought Ethereum on April 7th, no, it's even lower. Let's go down. Where is it? Oh, it's so hard to get that bottom. Yeah, whoever grabbed a bit of Ethereum at $1,400 on April 9th. That was not that long ago, folks. Let's see, January, February, March, April, 4 months. So that's 3 months. 3 months ago, whoever bought Ethereum 3 months ago at $1,400, do me a favor, sell 10%. You doubled, dude. You doubled, sell 10%. And if you'd been listening to if you'd taken the same advice, here we are, we're at $4,000. When it fell down to $2,000, you would have taken 10% of your dry powder and you would have bought in at $2,000 and you'd be ready to sell that. So like I said, you should always be buying and selling your favorite coins, just with a formula that takes emotions out of the game. So check that out. Dark matter. Let's take a look at this. I think it's time to put our three little bears on the Nostradamus chart. This Nostradamus chart has been really good at predicting bears, not so great at predicting bulls. We have 1, 2, 3 good bulls. We got 2 nothing burgers and one opposite bull, one upside down bull. This is not a bull market right here for Journey 5. The smallest minted journey, and this will be soon the evens. This is the smallest user mint by far. So as you can see, when the market's down, people don't pay attention, people don't mint. And that is an opportunity, just like everything else in crypto, that when other people are looking left, you should be looking right. Anyways, let's put some little cute bear faces here on this one. Boom. Okay, so we got 9 days till the lottery. Am I correct? 9 days. Yeah, so in 9 days, we got the lottery going on. Let me make sure I got the bear chosen still. So 9 more days. So we'll go over July 23rd. That would be July 31st. No, it would be, it'd be July 31st. Okay, July 31st. Here's our first bear right here. Boom. That's a rather large bear. So we're going to make him a little bit smaller here so he matches the other bears. There we go. And now I'm going to clone that bear right here. Oh, now it's going to grab that bear. Come on. Here I go. I'll just make him really big, and then it'll be easier to grab him and move him out of the way. Okay, so 11 days after the 31st is the 10th, right? I believe it's the 10th. Let's see if we can We got to get this bear straight. There we go. So yeah, August 10th. Right there. That's the second one right there. So shrink that little head. That's the first lottery, second lottery. I'm gonna do something a little goofy here. Yeah. Here's the third lottery. The third lottery is going to be that's the 10th, the 21st. So here's the 21st. I'm going to leave this giant floating bear head to remind us that if the evil address gets scraped, I mean, these could be big too. I think that it's going to get scraped to the third. If that gets, if we have our lottery 2 go and the scrape button pops on, within a matter of hours, you guys have jacked and completely robbed the evil address blind the last time this happened. That payout could be humongous. In fact, when I hear back from my devs, when they read all the subgraphs and tell me what's up, we might do a little moon math. But right now, the moon math puts you at like 18. The conservative moon math, if that's a thing, conservative puts you at like 18 a winner. So you want to get your hands on those J6s, even if it means you got to buy Pink Miss Well, or hopefully, I mean, I don't know, you might see them for sale on Pulse Market app. See, here they are. They're at the bottom, underneath these ones right here. These are J5s, absolutely sick fuel cells right there. These are 18 of these ones right here that look like J1s. Those are actually J6s, but the metadata has not been fixed because we got to fix Hex T Armstrong's face. That's not easy. I'm just kidding. It's horrible to say. I'm just kidding, Hex T. No, we've got to turn that into an NFT with the logos and everything and some effects and make him space-like somehow. And so that's going to change. But I don't know if you're going to see any of these J6s for sale. I mean, really, like why would someone that got something super, super rare, if you got a Charizard in your box of Pokemon, if you got a Michael Jordan rookie card or a Kobe rookie card in your pack of cards, why would you just turn around and flip it all of a sudden? Just let that baby go up in value if you got the time, right? Very interesting game theory we've got going on here. Hello, Frank. Good day, everyone. Okay, so like I said, this has not been added to the Twitter space yet for our community, but this was added to our NFT art right here. So this is the first submission for J7 art contest, even though, look at this, 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens inbound. See, Hext's already seen the writing on the wall. He was the biggest participant in J5. So as you see more and more of these Pink Miss Well get sent over to the Pink Miss Well, you might want to get them, well, they're cheap. I'm just saying. Submissions for art, though, check this out. CryptoCat46 has written 2 poems in the past, which I've absolutely loved. Pink Miss Well absolutely loved. The one about themselves, and then the one about the collective. Beautiful. This is the first J7 art contest entry for the next minting that's going to happen in about 26 days. You guys got 26 days to collect Dark, by the way. Like buying it at $5 and $6. Just, I don't know what to tell you guys if you're not picking up some Dark right now. Collective Revolt. I like this. It's got this crazy moon being just attacked, like, I don't know, consumed by this crazy dark planet. Let me see if I can do this poem justice on my read through. I was reading it earlier, but not out loud. So here we go. The collective rose in midnight code, a storm of minds in stealthy mode. They breached the gates where shadows sleep, an address house, dark rooted deep. Each pulse a key, each thought a spark. They danced through firewalls in the dark. No chains could hold the silence warm. They took the shape of every form. Evil's house with numbers twined, encrypted lies and paths confined. But justice wore a phantom mask and met the dawn through every task. No throne remains, no system pure, but truth reboots and hearts endure. Wow. Actually, I see a couple things in there from the book. So CryptoCat, not only has he been making some killer poetry for us, he's read the book. Let's see here. He's read the book. Patrick, Astro Stuff, read the book. Ted Nelson's read the book. I think maybe Die Hard Hexkins read the book. There's like 5 people that have read the entire book. And it's not, there's some very cool alpha in there and some interesting characters. However, there's also some other hidden stuff that he's kind of hinting at right here. He's kind of alluding to very cool stuff. Do us a favor, CryptoCat, get this on Twitter and our Telegram after I wrote that post. And that is the first one that's going to start collecting likes and retweets to make it into the final 4. Yeah. Let's see. If HexT can't make it can make it into a fuel cell, then Wilhelm should be next. Squirrel, you just got to put them in the collective. You just got to put them right here in the collective on X. And if it gets the most likes and retweets, it'll make it into the final poll. And the final poll is where HexT, it's where he won, man. So, and Wilhelm actually does have a very, very interesting backstory. Red Squirrel concur. Yes, that image is very nice. It is very nice. I like that image. So check this out. Where else have I went over that? We went over dark. We added our heads. Zero X Bistro. Is there any dark for sale over here today? Let's see what's for sale over here. Nope. We got Steve Stash, ST Pulse. Those ones are in the money or close to the money. These 3 are out of the money, but these 3 have been there for a long time. So I would keep checking back here on Zero X Bistro. Also, if you want to take profits and sell a token without murdering the chart, this is a place where you can name your price. You remember how I said every time your token doubles, you should sell 10%? You can do that here. You can take 10% of your token even before it doubles and put it for sale at that price right here. And that way, when it hits that price or it goes a little bit above it and it's a good arbitrage opportunity, people will snag it off of here. It won't hurt the price chart and you'll have cashed out and you just come back here and redeem it. So this is basically, I think, better than single-sided liquidity providing, because if you do single-sided liquidity providing and the price goes up through what you wanted to sell at and comes back down, you miss it. Yeah, I mean, you got some fees in the meantime, but you're back to permanent loss. Anyways. So what I'm saying is this is a great place to basically set, orders to sell at certain prices, and you can set one order at double, one order at the next double, another order at the next double, and you just keep going. So Zero X Bistro is a game changer, especially if you got low liquidity in your token, like a lot of these. Ping Miss Well is bouncing, it's ranging. It's got 25K of liquidity in here. That's more than most in our little ecosystem here. Dark Matter and Pulse has very low liquidity. This is $1,000 here. You're going to push the price with $100 buy. Either way, buy or sell. It's got $200 of volume, but it's at 566. Man, if I couldn't buy dark on 0x Bistro, I might consider looking for the biggest liquidity pair of dark, which is probably dark and dat. Or actually, no, it's probably dark and pink miss well, honestly. I might look for something here. This one has 11K liquidity. It's at 579. Yeah, I might consider finding a thick one and just market buying at this price because it seems pretty low. Actuator finance is bouncing off this floor right here. Homie Don't Play That is still trying to bounce back up to 2 cents. Its high, all-time high was 6 cents. So we'll see what happens with Homie Don't Play That incentive token for farming the no permissions tokens. Hex is just flirting with 007, flirting with James Bond. Like I said, I drew this cute little line right here. It means nothing, but it seems as though when the price dips below this line, those have been some pretty juicy buys going, and maybe they'll continue. I mean, it could crash through here and go to zero like everything, but these have been some sweet, sweet buys right there. Anyways, that's Hex. Rat Pulse. It's still consolidating in this triangle right here. Here, let's pull this back and do another proper line right here. So here's that bottom, here's the top. People like to just project these further than we like to look into the future, right? So let's just put it right about there. So that's our consolidation right there for Pulse. Yep is not consolidation. It is up out of that triangle. It does is the honey badger. It does not care what the market thinks or does. $2 grand in liquidity. What's the supply here? Let's see if the market cap is 37 grand. So, okay, so 37, 26 grand divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 7, 2, 6. Okay, so it's got a billion, a supply of 1 billion, but I'm guessing that most of that billion is locked up based on this price performance. I think that Bright Light's doing a really good job of managing those. Dark and Hex has 1.5, like 1K of liquidity basically. It's at $5.70 today. Jesus. So low. If you always want to start stacking dark for J7, I'm just saying like it might be a good time to do that. It might be. No permissions. That one is just grinding on the floor right now. Dark and no permissions. This one has 5K of liquidity and it's on the floor. But it's at 580. That's better than some of the other prices we've seen. Magic Carpet Ride also honey badgering it up. I mean, there's a big wedge right here, but if you smooth it out, you'll see that there's a smaller wedge that it's popping its head out of, doing really well. Shout out to Magic Carpet Ride, the makers of 0x Bistro, Steakhouse, Barista, a whole bunch of really cool platforms here within Pulse Chain. Print token, the incentive token that you get for free for using the ink printer. Oh, I love doing this. Here we go. We have champagne bottle up, champagne bottle down, and a Nike swoosh. So Nike swoosh and giving it away. So it looks like ink is headed back down towards this floor that it tapped right here. In my humble opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is definitely not financial advice. We've got this chugga choo choo going on with proof of no work, where it's pretty. It's pretty. Like someone is painting a chart and telling you guys what's going on. This is one of the first tax tokens I ever heard about before PTGC and UFO, Alien, Inky, 808, all those other every other tax token. This is the first one I heard about. And again, just like we saw with Brightlight, very careful shepherding of the liquidity and supply. Interesting. Carpe Diem, the first retirement fund on Pulse Chain, is doing its own. It's doing its own honey badger thing. It don't care. It don't care. It don't care what the market's doing. It's up here testing previous highs, which we like to see. It's got higher lows. That looks really good. There's so much scarcity baked into this. I need to have Sylvan back on stream. He's one of the coolest, smartest people to help dark matter and anti-gravity, but he also, he went through some of the same stuff we did, getting his product out, and he eventually just started coding stuff himself. And he's like, why isn't somebody doing this? And he did it. Just like sounds like us. So Carpe Diem, 30449. This one could shock and awe a lot of people. 5K of liquidity. Ooh, yeah, there's really cool game mechanics here. Going on to PulseX. PulseX is breaking out of this mini wedge, but the bigger wedge. Man, I don't know. This is what I would do. Same thing I did with Hex. Let me draw y'all a pretty line, and I would say that if the price of PulseX goes below here, it might be a really, really nice place to pick some up. Or even if it comes down and touches the line, anywhere close to this line may be a really good place to accumulate Pulse X. And then finally, last but not least, the Fitzgerald Company, a construction company in southern Arizona that is melting faces with its chart. A good friend of ours, Timothy Benjamin, is involved with this. I have not had a chance to pick his brain, sit down, talk to him about what they're doing here. We do know from our good friend Bitfinesse that these guys are using single-sided liquidity to take profits. So until the price goes to a certain point, they just use the liquidity to take out and do that. And here's the deal. Who was it? Someone sent this to me. I think it was CryptoCat. Look at it in Pulse. If you look at it in Pulse, there are almost no retracements in it. Now, this is not financial advice. I don't know these homies. I don't know this project very well. I just know Timothy Benjamin's part of it. And it looks like if you pull up the supply, it looks like basically 3 people or 3 addresses are holding 30% apiece. So 90% of this is being held by 3 people, 3 addresses. If they dump, the chart's going to look the opposite. If they hang on to it and keep doing this, then who knows? Who knows? Interesting. I believe this came out of Pump.Tire, so it has a 1 billion token supply. And I mean, yeah, that would make sense. 15 million at a penny and a half. It's a penny and a half. It's got $275,000 liquidity. So you can buy and sell this without pushing it against yourself. The price against yourself, pretty decent orders. Like I said, though, I don't know what their plans are with it. I don't know who else is involved besides Timothy Benjamin. I haven't talked to them. I'm not inside their heads, right? There's only one founder that I'm inside the head of. And it's me, unfortunately, folks. I'm telling you guys everything running through my head. I'm playing Uno with my cards showing. I am telling you guys the alpha and the hack and the winning move in the game. I don't know. I mean, this might be something you want, might not. I don't know. I just think it's a very beautiful chart. Beautiful chart. They're doing a good job with the chart over there. Let's see here. CoinMarketLeague. Get over here to CoinMarketLeague and vote for your favorite tokens every single day. Diehard Hexagon and Ted Nelson have been in here voting up a storm for dark. Look, we're all the way down at 26, folks. We've got to give it some love. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those to the sky. So go to Coin Market League, follow them on Twitter. They do a really good job of reposting and increasing engagement. Shout out to all my new Pulse Chain fam. Been locked in with Richard Heart Ecosystem since 2021. Excited to see our time finally unfolding. Aloha from the sunny state of Hawaii. Nice. Very cool. Let's give Denarius Lewis a follow. Whoa. Hang on. Stop. Take a step back. Denarius Lewis is in front of a microphone and a bunch of people. He's a dude. He's making some moves. 10K followers. Not bad. Verified. I'm not verified yet. I gotta get my little check mark back. I gotta pay the extortion money to Elon. Elon needs our money. I gotta pay that kid. Looking at our delegated stake, we delegated $30, give or take, of Hex 119 days ago. We are on a day 2060 of Hex. Hex has been around for 2060 days. 2060, that was a great year also. But we're 119 days into this stake right here that we made. We've been paid 203 Hex, which means we can extract 203 Hex time tokens, which are like IOUs or liquid T-shares. We can extract these. We can match it with Hex or Pulse over here on one of these pools, and then we can earn those sweet actuator tokens. We've earned 39,000 actuator tokens. So let's put this in perspective. We put about $60 in 120 days ago. That $60 at today's market price is worth $99. That's not bad. 120 days, 40%, not 40% return, 80% return. I don't know. It's a lot. So we took $60, turned it into almost 100 right there. At the same time, we were paid 39,000 actuator tokens. Well, how much are those worth? Let's go to Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus tells us that those 39,000 actuator tokens are worth $9.41. We could go sell $9.41 of actuator tokens right now on Pateus, and we would recover $10 of that $60 that we put in 120 days ago. Folks, these returns, this 24% APR, which used to be 126 APR, you don't see these in the real world. I was talking to a fine gentleman yesterday that he's in business and real estate, and he was talking about the things that people in real estate do for a 2x. A 1x or a 2x is insane in real estate. They lose their minds doing that. We're talking way bigger X's here in crypto. And this right here, I'm sitting in liquid T-shares. I can withdraw my farm. I can unpair my pool. I could sell my Hex. I could sell my Hex time tokens on the market, but why in the world are those not on our list? Holy crap. Here we go. HTT. Where's our Hex time tokens, baby? Here's our Hex time token 7,000s. Definitely need to add this to our watch list. So our 7,000s. Let's see this, my watch list. There we go. Like this is going to follow. This is going to follow in lockstep with Hex because it is a T-share. It's a super Hex. It's a liquid token that represents a staked Hex. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's Hannah Montana right here, and it's up to 004. So this one, the Hex is worth 007, but this is a future Hex. So you can buy it at a discount right now. You could have bought a future Hex for like 0.2 of a penny back in March. You could have. So basically, this is like you're playing the delta, which is the time spread on these tokens, and so the delta on here is, I think he shows it on his site here. Excuse me, dashboard. Yeah, so the discount to Hex on a 7,000 is 38%. So you're going to spend 38% less on a 7,000 than on a Hex. but it's going to catch up to Hex in the future. So this is a derivative of Hex, but it also is a liquid T-share IOU. Anyways, I'm just, wow. Okay, so so that's the HTT 7000s. Let's see what the 3000s are at. Okay, there's a 7. Here's the 5,000. I see the 3,000 right there. So 5,000, you don't have to wait as much time as the 7,000 to redeem your Hex. So this one's going to trade at a 36% rebate. So basically the same though. Like you might actually want the 5,000s if it's the same rebate as the 7,000s, because these will catch up 2,000 days sooner than these ones, than the 7,000s. Interesting. Man, that's interesting. Let's add those to our watch list. And then let's also add the 3000s. I have no idea why I haven't been doing this whole time. I talk about actuator finance a lot. I have a really great stream and tutorial with one of the founders, Bill. And how have I not just been tracking this? Now watch this. Now see, this is the interesting thing. This one's at point. This one's just barely. This one's 8% discount rate. Yeah, 8% discount rate to Hex, because you've only got to wait. You only have to wait 1,000 days for this to become a Hex, or basically redeemable for a Hex, right? So this one's going to have a little bit of a discount, but not as much as the other ones right there. Yeah. You can also see all your Homie Don't Play That farms on here, your Two Fucks farms. All those are really good. Hey, we got a race coming up in a couple days in Belgium. Verstappen, looking forward to working with Mekis. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for not saying that word right, the name right. But this is silly season where a lot of drivers are like trying to switch teams or whatnot. Right now, here's the teams though. You got Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris for McLaren, which has the nicest cars. I know they're all supposed to be the same cars in F1, but they're really, really not. You got Charles Leclerc, also known as Chuck Leclerc. You got Lewis Hamilton, who is one of the greatest ever. I don't know. It's hard not to like, he's very, very insanely talented, obviously. But these 12-year-olds that you see, people that like they get their F1, they start driving F1 before you get their driver's license. Some of these people like Kimi Antonelli, and I think when Oscar started, he was too young to drive. I think Lando Norris was quite young too. Look at their face; like these are young kids. Lewis Hamilton's a little bit older. I think he's in his 30s, which is old for F1, not old for the real world. And then of course you've got Mercedes with George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. You got Red Bull, which Red Bull was just crushing, just destroying everyone for the last 8-9 years, just dominating with their money and their team. And then of course after that is other people, teams that I don't actually care about that much. Now we have some more teams. Let's see here. I think this is Alpine. Here's Kick, Sauberg, Subur. This guy right here got on the podium after like 18 years of racing F1 in the last race. That was the coolest thing ever. These guys right here. This is Red Bull Racing, or Racing Bulls, which is kind of like the junior team to Red Bull, kind of. F1 people are freaking out. I can't remember who Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Oliver Behrman are running for Haas, which is usually struggles. And then you got these pink guys, Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto. Pierre Gasly used to run for one of the top teams top 3 or 4 teams a while ago. But anyway, this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have some bets on who gets pole position. I won last time with Lando Norris, or was it Piastri? No. I won with Max Verstappen. So I won with Max Verstappen last time, pole position. So people got to go buy dark and pay me in dark when I win, and then when they win, they get to tell me what to do with the money. But yeah, so I get to pick last. Matt Ward's picking first. He's already picked Oscar. So my guess is that that Triplet Dad's going to probably take either Lando or Russell, maybe probably Lando or Leclerc, and then I'll pick Max again. I don't care. He's good for a win, good for pole position. So check it out. That we'll have a fun stream on that soon. Pulse Market app. If you guys want to sell your piggy banks instead of break your piggy banks, this is where I would go. I'd go here. Mintra AI is also another website, another marketplace for these NFTs, and that way the economic energy from Dark stays in the community, and that's why we put the View My Fuel Cells table with the cash value. So you can see the US cash value of each one of your NFTs right here. And you can also do it by all-time high, or you can do some moon math, which, I mean, I'm not really say this number out loud. I'm just going to throw a number up there on the screen. And I don't know. There could be a time in the future where some of these have an insane cash value in this next altcoin season. Squirrels.pro. Let's take a look at this bad boy right here. Yeah, he's got Sentinel, Squirrels, and Token, which is live. So Token is on live beta. You can send and receive right here. This Pulse Chain Token Launcher right here. Wow. Red Squirrel is not the streaming type, but I will get some fan of Red Squirrel on here, and we will talk about this. Or he can write a short story about Wilhelm and Sexy Sharon's explaining Pulse and Token Launcher to me, and I will play that as well. But he's been cooking a lot of cool stuff, and if you go back, his friends and partners, he's got Fitzgerald Company, he's got AG Project, Hocus Pocus, Mintra, Ocelots, Digital Sloth, Tangang. He's DexSwap. He's got a lot going on here. He's definitely building some very, very cool stuff with his little squirrel paws. It's not easy to code with paws. I actually had the first J7 submission, but I deleted it. It was kind of mean, directed at the J6 winner. Okay. Oh, here we go. Condor says it's McKees. I knew someone would know it. Indeed, still have to finish that one with Bill. That one is really good. Yeah, points being made. Oh yeah, just posted in Twitter. Good job. All right, so we got the first one there. Yeah, Squirrel, you got to figure out. We'll get on here because I want to dig into what you've been cooking. And like I said, yeah, coding with paws is no small feat. Well, I guess it is a small feat because they're tiny paws. Tiny paws are perfect for coding. You probably hit the backspace a lot less like I do. I'm half of my typing is correcting the words I'm spelling wrong. Like half the time I spend typing is going back, fix, back, fix. So I get it. I get it, kids. Other than that, you guys are awesome. You guys are super cool. I am going to go out on the same song that I've been going out on, which is Pre-Party J6 by Axiom Icon. He tried sending me the video. I couldn't download it. I'm going to try to download it, so it's just right here in my media library to play. But we're going to go out on J6 pre-party. It is J6 party. If you didn't mint for J6, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 NFTs and a problem ain't one. I got to get my X streaming again. I mean, we got 7 people here. We usually get about 20, 30, 40 other people on X, but I'll get that fixed eventually. I'll go grind for another $84 so I can send it to Mr. Elon Musk and he can turn my powers back on. All right. Thank you so much. Kool-Aid's chair protocol next. Oh goodness. Tin Top's in the house. What's up, Hexkins? You're late. We're just wrapping up. But if you replay, I mean, I don't know. 9 people here kind of saw some of the math that might happen with the scrape button. Yeah, if you're here, you're here. If you're late to the party, I feel bad. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to share the screen. We are going to get funky and play this. And I love you guys. Remember, you matter. What you do matters. And just by the fact that you exist, you have immeasurable value. So just sit and think about that. Here's the video. We're going to go out. Love you guys. I will probably talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.
Fuel cells ready. Dark levels critical. This ain't a game. It's the quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch. The Eagle address is active. The missions are encrypted and the pink mist whale is serving. Men fast scan the chain and lock your coordinates. Because J6 ain't waiting. And neither is the jackpot.
I'm drifting through dark matter, no tether, few cell burn, full pressure. Most gotta be thick, can't measure. Most gotta be thick, can't measure. Anti-gravity, project dark matter. Journey against the evil address. Anti-gravity, project dark matter. Most gotta be thick, can't measure.
Fuel cells ready. Dark levels critical. This ain't a game. It's the quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch. The Eagle address is active. The missions are encrypted and the pink mist whale is serving.
I'm drifting through dark matter, no tether, few cell burn, full pressure. Most gotta be thick, can't pleasure. Most gotta be thick, can't pleasure. Anti-gravity, project dark matter. Journey against the evil address. Anti-gravity, project dark matter. Most gotta be thick, can't pleasure. It's J6, you don't got enough dark, you don't got enough fuel cells to barely make a spark. Dark matter mission, stop the evil address, coordinate the strike, eliminate the access. Hack this, mainframe's clear, big bit square, don't get caught in the crosshairs there. Sight down to the very last digit, the lottery, who wins it better scoop up your tickets. Quantum flash, one trip can hit, fuel cell warm and the countdown lit. Straight burn cell, it's your mission. Scan the frequency for pulse rate vision. Fuel cells ready. Dark levels critical. This ain't the game, it's the quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch. The Eagle address is active. The missions are encrypted, and the big mist whale is circling. Mid fast, standing chain, and lock your coordinates. It's a J6 and queen, and neither is a jackpot.
Anti-gravity. Project. Dark matter.
Good job, Tin Top. Good job. And Condor, thank you. Thank you. We'll catch starts or be good. Be well, everyone. And Fast Abdul pops in the very end. I'm here for the tech. Well, there's some tech and some alpha and some tea that's been spilled over here on YouTube this morning. So good to see you guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you very soon.